I think we need to do a good job of telling our story and then thinking about how we innovate more to make it even better.
My call to action is, as an industry, we're sitting back waiting. Christian points out someone's going to tell us what to do, or we can take control of the narrative now, define sustainability, play big on this space.
Agriculture is not the problem. Agriculture is the solution. One of the things that jumps out at you right away, when you look at the data, we are 140% less carbon output in Western Canadian farming, Saskatchewan farming, compared to our nearest competitor, which is just south of the 49th parallel. We're over 200% better than the Europeans in terms of less carbon. So right now, Canada is in the enviable position of being the best. We're not very good at telling the story.
Because we're so fractured, right, from the, there's so many different farmers, so many different grower groups. I mean, if you're an ag minister in Canada, you get 150 groups lobbying you. We wonder why the message isn't clear, right? So if you weren't a farmer and you picked the terms fertilizer, pesticide, herbicide, genetically modified, like, does that put a skull and crossbones in your head, or does it make really the best food you've ever seen in your head? But if that story would have started back in the day of fertilizer is just food, and every plant I grow as a kid, I'm just feeding it calories. A herbicide's just a prescription medication, except it only lasts 12 hours, not even a week, right? And fungicide's just a multivitamin to make it more healthy. It's a whole different story to the consumer and to the government, of which we have a whole bunch of work to do because we've been farming for a whole bunch of years, and that's not the story we've told. So those would be my two biggest worries, is one, it's government-led, and two, we have a lot of history to try and pivot the Titanic. It's currently government-led, which then is the compliance market around the world, right, is pushing it down through the multinational companies.
All of us want to do the right thing, but if that's not being told to the right individuals, then it's hard to move forward in a collaborative way. Having worked with producers and spoken to them, uncertainty of economic costs, there's the speed of the regulatory pressure. It needs to be cost effective, it needs to be practical, and it needs to take into consideration, pretty much all of us in this room and across the country.